And we're live, just in case you talk while I'm building this bar.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I would say.
All right, this is how fucked up we are as people. I'm trying to write this pilot that we start shooting on Thursday. So I've just been busting Chad Shank's balls to come over just so I can bounce ideas off of him. Because otherwise it's the dogs. Or just call people and annoy them when they want to talk about themselves. And I just want someone to sit in that chair, like play video games, and occasionally I can just go, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Just so I can say it out loud.
You realize all I've done since I got here is talk about myself, right?
I know that's we're like a fucking psychotic Seinfeld, self-involved. Sorry, everyone's also sick from that fucking party. Probably from me running around kissing everyone on the mouth, spreading fucking disease like a typhoid Mary.
I'm not blaming Bisbee blow, but I'm just saying I didn't have a sinus infection before I did Bisbee blow.
Yeah, I thought it was the blow, but like so many people are sick from that party with fucking fever, flu-like symptoms that didn't do blow. For good reason. But yeah, so Chad comes over, and I didn't know that he was doing it because he felt like he had to, but then he started talking. Chad's had a bad week. Chaille's not here. Chaille's sick, so it's just me and Chad. It's like a fucking substitute teacher. There's no teacher in class. We could do anything we want with this podcast. So where did the worm turn? First of all, let me say, this was probably the longest Super Bowl party on record because Christine Levine was the first person in the Sunday before, and the last person to leave left Thursday morning. So that's like 11 days. It's the 12 days of Super Bowl party.
Yeah, I did. I was here 4. That was part of what I think, too, might have caused my fucking downfall this week was... It was a fucking good time. I mean,
yeah, I don't know what happened which day.
But then there's a time when I got to come crashing down. Like it's like drugs. Even when you're, I was doing drugs, but even if you're not doing drugs, like if I have a high, I'm gonna fucking crash
absolutely
to a low. So yeah. I'm pretty sure that's fucking.
I was thinking even if I didn't feel like a dickhead after that Saturday night, I would have found some reason when I have that much fun, or the Friday night actually. I just felt like, I don't thank people enough, or I just find something that makes me feel shitty about having a great time.
Yeah.
But not as deep as you went.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Or I couldn't tell you when it happened. I just know that I started getting really suicidal.
Well, you said you got your, sorry, this is what you have to...
Flemcast?
No, when you fucking have to repeat shit you just said 10 minutes ago. That's what comedy feels like. That's why it feels fraudulent, but I'll guide you through this.
Yeah.
You got your disability yearly paperwork.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Bingo got hers, too.
That's depressing as fuck. You gotta explain why you're crazy. It's basically paperwork that says, tell us specifically how you're a fucked up human being.
Yeah, write down everything you hate about yourself that you're trying to ignore.
Yeah.
In detail, all at once.
How does being said fucked up human being cause other people anguish in their life? Like, it's a fucking suicide primer is all that fucking thing is.
It's a suicide note Mad Libs.
The government's trying to fucking save money on disability is what I think they... If he's close, this should push him over the edge. So, yeah, I think that might have been what kicked it off. That kind of gets stuck in the back of your head. You know, you have to fill that shit out. Then you start filling it out and
reaffirming everything. That
really like the very first question is: tell us what you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. I don't have an answer for that at all. The time I wake up and the time I go to bed is never the same. I'm not the same person when I get up. I don't have a schedule. I just try to survive when I wake up.
That's the thing about most of the people here that hang out here is no one really has a regular day. Very few of us. I don't fucking have a regular day ever.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm not the same guy for any 24-hour period.
Yeah, and then make me sit there and try to fucking analyze that when I'm not in the mood for it. After I just fucking come off a big high, I think is probably what set me down. Then I started watching suicide videos of, I tweeted that Bud Dwyer is my hero at one point.
You've played that twice on your phone now. Somebody
responded and told me that song by Filter, "Hey Man, Nice Shot," is about Bud Dwyer, and that's a great suicide song. I like it.
And someone made a video of the song that starts with his speech, goes into the song, and then ends with his suicide.
Yeah.
That you've been playing over and over since you got here.
Yeah. It's
getting a little red-eyed.
The mood I'm in. I watched those videos. I watched suicide by cop video, where people get shot, because that was my other plan. If I was going to tile a floor, I would watch videos about tiling a floor. I've never done that before. I never committed suicide before, so I'm just going to prepare myself. It makes you feel more comfortable when the moment comes.
Yeah, you wish more people would have the foresight. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Just like when I tried to fix my Ggreg K-Cup coffee maker and every fucking stupid video out there. Oh, what you do is you attach an air compressor to it. If people did that with suicide, you could see which ones went horribly wrong or horribly right.
Sometimes I use it as a deterrent, because then I'll think, this is how your family's going to have to fucking find you and remember you and different things like that. But this time it didn't turn out that way. It was really encouraging. At one point my wife was gone and I was loading weapons. I was going to put them by windows all throughout my house, and then call the cops on myself, like say I had a hostage, something where they would come fucking armed and ready, and then just shoot the first person that got there, and then just have a big shootout. I put the dogs...
Window to window?
Yeah, I was going to run so they wouldn't know where I was. I could run from
or
this
how many
window.
You were.
Yeah, exactly. I put all the dogs in the backyard. It was a plan.
Did you see that on a video, or did you watch Butch and Sundance?
No, I didn't see that on a video or watch that. That was, I don't really know who I was when I came up with that plan, because later on when I thought about it, I was like, that was me that was doing that earlier today?
But you actually were implementing your plan up until the phone call. You had guns at the windows?
No, I was loading guns. I think I wasn't really myself at that moment, but I'm pretty sure what might have stopped me was when I put the dogs in the backyard, and the realization was that at some point when I'm shooting out the front, they're going to go to the backyard, and the first thing they're going to do is kill my dogs. And I couldn't really, I didn't seem justified at that point.
It's weird, the humanity.
Don't try to make me make sense of it. No, I know, right? Yeah.
You have this entire plan laid out.
I was going to shoot a human being that I don't know, several of them, hopefully, but I don't want anybody to shoot my dogs.
In order to get killed yourself.
Well, yeah, eventually that's the plan, but I want to try to get as many as possible first. A video game.
High score. That's what it says on your tombstone. High score.
But I value my dog's life over people's, I guess. I think that might have, on reflection, I think that's what, but what really stopped me was I was listening to that fucking song and holding a fucking gun laying in my bed, and my wife comes back home. I thought she was going to be gone the whole day, and she fucking walks back in.
And you're holding a gun to your head.
I'm holding a gun to my head, listening to "Hey Man, Nice Shot" over and over again.
With the video of Bud Dwyer blowing his head off in a news conference. Yeah. And that's way worse than getting caught jacking off to porn.
Well, I'd much rather be caught jacking off, I think.
Well, it depends on who.
Well, when you're jacking off, I think people don't come in and burst into fucking horrific tears and sobbing like, "Oh my God!" What? It's not a life
fucking
ruining.
Derek walked in on me jerking off one night, and I would have rather been holding a gun to my head, believe me. But your wife, Jesus.
Yeah, she's ready to lock me up. I probably should be, but I'm here.
You got cocktails.
Yeah.
You should smoke some pot. Chad comes in and says, yeah, I'm off my meds. Well, I haven't smoked pot. That's the only med I'm on. I'm off it.
That's this fucking sinus cold too, because it makes you, right. It hurts my throat and stuff to smoke, but then when I don't, I'm not right. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd take the throat pain if I were you. I always
this vape pen, I guess. First time.
You don't have a good poker face. I can always tell when it's time for Chad to leave, and he knows it. I mean, not that I want you to leave, but that you're going, I gotta leave. I got a full house.
I only left early one time of the Super Bowl weekend, and that was at 1 a.m. So,
wow.
That was pretty good.
That was a long fucking weekend.
It was badass.
It was. It was really good.
Incredible.
I have to go back and listen to that podcast too, like you did.
I listened to it when I saw it come out. I go, that'll help me put together some of what happened. And immediately I started to listen. And one of the first things you guys talked about was somebody finding half a Viagra on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking laughing my ass off because you're going, I probably gave it to somebody that had half a chance of getting laid.
Yeah.
No, you gave it to me so you wouldn't take it because you were going to fuck that. Here, I'll keep this. You gave me
I don't want to make bad decisions.
A box of rubbers and a half of Viagra I had in my pocket before I went home.
Save me from myself.
Before I went home at the end of the night, I was I can't go home with a box of rubbers and a half of Viagra in my pocket. That'll look bad.
I'm holding it for a friend, honey.
Yeah. I don't care what excuse I come up with. She ain't going to believe it.
He's trying not to fuck someone.
Listen, a hippie asked him to fuck her in the butt, and he's trying not to. Nah.
We did good on not making bad decisions.
At least those one bad decisions that we're aware of. I have no idea how many other ones. I didn't hurt anybody.
All cops are alive.
I remember
the dogs are good.
I remember at one point saying, I'm going to hate myself tomorrow anyway, but I don't have any charges pending. And that was I considered that a win.
Yeah, it's great when you find small victories.
Anyway.
So what do you do next? Jenny is good. Oh, it's so nice to see her. I remember her showing up, and she just glows like a fucking
awesome.
sun.
Yeah, she's why I'm here. I told her. Sorry. It's a fucking catch-22 because being alive means that each day I get to cause some sort of fucking unknown chaos for the people who care about me. And if I died, if I kill myself, that means I get to cause them known fucking pain. I don't know which to do. It's a fucking
yeah, but you do cause a lot of people joy, and that's it's selfish of them to fucking rely on you. I'm not the best person to talk to.
Yeah. It's just you're not going to convince me because you're fucking full of shit.
No, I'm saying
if you were to put this in a court of law, I would win, and the judge would be like, yeah.
No, I was on your side.
No, I'm saying the judge would definitely be like, you should totally kill yourself. I mean, you're fucking warping. You have kids, and you talk to them and give them advice. You shouldn't do that. You should definitely be dead. Nobody should have to put up with, wait, your wife went to get coffee at Starbucks, and when she comes back, you're laying in bed with a gun at your head?
I want to say you're naked, just so people have a picture.
Ugh. That picture makes me sick.
I should do it with a Santa hat on, too. I don't know why that's weird.
Remember I told you that I watch videos of other people who've committed suicide, so I know I definitely don't want anybody to find me naked dead. Me dead is going to be an ugly sight.
Clown makeup?
Yeah, you have to live.
About clown makeup? What the fuck?
I'm such a considerate suicidal person. Once the VA asked me, do you have a plan for suicide? And I was like, well, I'm going to wrap my head in towels, and then I'm going to double garbage bag it and duct tape it, and then lay in the bathtub and squeeze the gun up underneath and shoot myself in the head. That way nobody has to really clean up the mess. Whatever's there can be washed down the bathtub.
We might even be able to sell that as merch. Get that produced. The head bag. It's got a porthole to put the gun in, but it's one way, so no splashback.
Yeah. There's better ways to do it. One time I remember you asked me, how would you do it? And I said, fucking shoot myself in the head, I guess. And you're like, that's fucking really aggro. And do you know me? But they do have things, because I've researched, they have things called an exit bag where you can put pump CO2, and they got thumb loops so that when your hands relax, it fucking tightens it around your neck. They sell exit bags.
I'm sure we've brought it up or discussed it personally, but I think it was in Vice where some guy had come up with a suicide roller coaster where the G-forces would get so much that you'd eventually, die from it, but you'd just black out first, but you'd go on a thrill ride, which is...
I'd be up for that.
If there were any country to take over like white people did to the United States, where we could start our own fucking country, that would be the first thing I built, was this suicide roller coaster on fucking Doug Stanhope Fantasy Island.
You have to sign multiple waivers.
There's no lawyers on Doug Stanhope Fantasy Island. There's no need to write anything down.
Oh.
Just go with the best of your memory.
Oh, yeah. So I'm still here, hanging out. I don't know where to go.
That's all right. Well, I got to write bits after this. I just showed Chad that Nathan For You episode with the electronics store and the fucking layers of funny in that and just the weird turns it takes. And I'm sitting there trying to write these fucking gags for this show and going, I got to really step it up. As you watch that and you go, all these, I got 14 legal pads out for each different gag, and I got to get deep on these bits.
I'm kind of looking forward, because I don't know. You think that you've told me about most of these, but I don't think you have. And if you have, I don't fucking remember. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I got 5 days, and I'm fucking producing this alone. Chaille's sick. Hennigan's not here, so I'm the prop guy. Bingo's helping out a lot. She helped me make up the couch. She just shows up all fucking wrecked too. I don't know where her head is. She said her head is hourly, and
we've talked a little bit.
I told both of you, just fucking don't kill yourself for a week. Can you just 1 week? Nobody kills themselves, so I can get this fucking pilot shot.
When I first got here, I told you that my wife was thinking about locking me up right now, which probably is justified. And, well, maybe you and Bingo can do a 2-for. And I immediately thought you were talking about a dual suicide. Not both of us sharing a room. I'm like, yeah, all right.
I thought co-ed mental institution. Yeah. I gotta have one. You can start one. Just tell you're committed. I think this is the Hazard House. No, it's a mental institution. It's all milk in the fridge. I gotta go.
It's really all about making news. I mean, if I took out a bunch of people, I'd make news. But if I took out Bingo and then me, I'd make news.
Yeah, I guess I'd be upset if you didn't. Like, Bingo, come on, everyone knows Bingo, right? Everyone loves Chad on the podcast, right? Did you see that? Did you look at that animation in that email?
Yeah.
A fucking picture of you. I can't tweet that, but I want to. That's some badass animation.
You talk about fucking things not seeming real. Even just, it was badass animation, but it's a drawing, but it had me standing next to everybody in my life that I would be like, that's a fucking somebody that I look up to. I don't look up to very many people. And then somebody drew a picture of me standing next to all the people that are fucking my heroes.
Yeah. Fucking Rogan and Louis C.K. and Bill Burr.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg, and George Carlin.
And Carlin.
Yeah. All the people that I would look up to if I was.
And that guy did research. I met that guy briefly when I was in LA. And I said, I saw some clip on YouTube that Hennigan had and said, oh, this is the guy that's, doing the animation for the show. And I'm like, that's badass. And then when he sent those stills.
Well, storyboard is badass.
Yeah, storyboard. That's the word.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah. But I feel the same way. Like, I don't fucking belong in this.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, but you do and I don't. So that's a difference. I get that we feel the same way, but the reality is still different.
No.
I'll take it.
Everyone in the world fucking, yeah. After Andy was on that podcast, I remember him fucking killing. I don't remember what he's talking about, but he doesn't know what he's talking about when he's saying it.
Andy killed me all fucking weekend. I was trying to just find out where he was to stand by him.
Yeah.
He's fucking...
He is, but next time I want to do it at his house. So I don't always look over and he's wearing another outfit of mine. He fucking stole out of my closet.
He was very well dressed all weekend.
Hey, sorry I stole your Xanax. Like, where the fuck? I thought I hid that. He's a fucking nightmare. He's a pig pen. You know, with the trail of fucking wreckage right behind him, a visible trail of wreckage in his wake. But he's the funniest fucking guy in the world to hang out with. I'm piecing together just small shit. Just that Friday night show, they had GoPros going, but they had just come in. I had just ordered them, and they had just come in. So Shawnee tore them out. Well, we're gonna use them tonight, but they didn't read the directions, so they have sound off the board, but they don't have sound on the GoPros. So they're gonna have to sync that up, and I don't know if anyone knows how to do that or will get around to it. But
I tell you right now, I don't fucking care because I was here, and you can't. Any reproduction of that would not do it justice. That was an amazing
but
night.
that's something, if it looks good, I would put small clips in the show, just as interstitials cutting in between, just 15 seconds of a memory. I don't want to watch the whole thing and ruin it.
No, absolutely. Well, and then it was cool because I got to talk to people throughout the night after that. So I got our perspective of it, and then I talked to Mishka Shubaly, who fucking tells me, when I fucking started my song and the entire room started to sing it back to me, I didn't know if I could finish because I was about to fucking tear up. And I was like, that was us too, though. That was both sides. Like, that was the first act of the night, and that's how it started.
Absolutely. And they have that. That's especially what I want to get on tape.
Man. And then Kenny, when Kenny was doing his thing, when he was free flow rapping at the end of the night to close that amazing show, which he was nervous about. And
for a year.
Well, he was nervous about it as it was going. How am I going to fucking close this? This is spectacular. And, I was also nervous for him because I was thinking the same thing. I don't know, but I didn't tell him that. I'm like, yeah, you got this. When he fucking killed up there, when he was free flowing and, at one point said, something about you'll be moving these stools. And then you picked up on it and handed me a stool and I handed it out. And the next thing you know, we handed out all of the stools in the room.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then, everybody got on their feet and was dancing and we handed them all out. I didn't know this until later. Kenny told me that he had his eyes closed while he was doing that. So he opened his eyes to see everybody was sitting to everybody on their feet fucking dancing.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was such a fucking great night. It was fun.
Yeah, I don't know how Saturday went because I was comparing it to Friday and it just felt weird. And it was, I mean, you can't, I've never done a show that I had that much enthusiasm for. So, but no one gave me shit about the Saturday show.
Saturday show was fucking great. I thought it could never be the same as what we did Friday. And I was glad to be a part of it, but
it'd be equivalent to trying to trip 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
You go, I just want to recreate last night. It was so good.
I didn't get in a fight, though. I almost did.
Oh, yeah, that Ali, he's apologized to me.
I don't think the guy did anything to make me want to kick his ass. I don't remember if he did. I don't remember.
I think he argued with you about weed or growing weed or something.
Something that it shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have responded the way I did.
He's been every form of media trying to, and I'm like, you're good, you're fine.
No, I like Ollie.
Yeah, you walked him to bed.
I did. That's right. I remember I'm telling you, I'm a fucking diplomat.
Just don't argue with Chad. It's that simple.
Chad's a horrible human being who shouldn't be here. Don't argue with him.
We'll read his disability papers out loud. You have to list like every reason that.
I should have brought it so I could fill it out here with you.
You should have. You can fill out Bingo's. You can fill out yours.
See, the thing is, and this is what I had to tell my wife, because my wife is technically my caretaker. Like, they send me money.
Technically.
They send me money, yeah, well, and actually, but they send me money, but they don't send it to me. They send it to her.
All right.
Because I'm not.
Trust fund, baby.
I've been deemed not competent enough to handle my own money, which is true. Another thing which I kept telling her, because I had to fill out this paperwork. And she has to fill out one paperwork, and then I have to fill out the same thing, but it's like a personality test. They ask the same questions over and over. They're trying to catch people who are manipulating the system or lying or whatever. So it's just the same questions over and over, which makes it worse, because that's what I'm saying. How are you horrible? Page 2. Tell us again how you're horrible. Are you a burden on other people? Tell us again how you're a burden on other people.
Yeah, forgot about that. Now that you bring it up, I guess I am a burden on everybody.
Yeah, I try to ignore it, but yeah, I should totally kill myself. You're right.
It's so fucked. And when you came in and just started coming apart at the seams, when you walked in the door, I go, oh shit, he doesn't want to be here. I told Bingo, hey, see if he's coming over. She said, yeah, he's trying. I go, trying isn't a good word. And when you walked in, I knew. And then you started emptying your bowels of your week and loading fucking guns. And I go, you know why I'm a horrible person? Is because my first thought is we should be podcasting this.
well,
self-interest. Here it comes.
And I think that's why we get along well, because my grandma died on Tuesday. And Jenny thinks that all of this stems from that. And I just let her think it, because it makes me seem like less of a horrible person. Has nothing to do with that, but.
My first Comedy Central half-hour special, I had to go back because my dad was dying. And I filmed in New York and then got the first Greyhound bus in the morning to Rhode Island. And I had a fucking horrible set. And it's in the book that I could have used my dad was dying as an excuse. But my dad could have been fucking murdered backstage and I'd still be going, is this segue work? Is this segue going to work? Seem too forced? I don't know.
That's how I know I'm in good company.
I just want to pause so I can cough up a fucking hideous phlegm. I'm trying to keep it off mic, but
we pause?
I don't know if it's because I've been smoking so much for this fucking 2 weeks of partying and writing, and I'm smoking these fucking whatever secret girlfriend Hennigan has down in Mexico. I don't know if we talked about it. Yeah. He's gone back and forth like 4 times over the last 6 weeks, but every time he comes back, he brings me a carton of duty-free Mexican Marlboro Lights. I don't know if it's like the shitty Mexican cigarettes, probably counterfeit, or if I have the fucking disease that's going around, the Super Bowl hangover, sinus disease.
It's definitely something, because I'm sick as fuck.
All right, let's. I'm gonna hit the pause.
Pause.
Hey, Pop Off Vodka. We haven't our longest sponsor. We haven't pitched Pop Off Vodka for a while. Hey, Pop Off Vodka, people. It's a plastic jug so big you can crawl inside with all of your deepest fears and still fit comfortably. Pop-Off Vodka. Go down to the bottomest shelf of your local barred window retail liquor establishment in that part of town. Get yourself a bottle of Pop-Off Vodka. It makes you smile like you just got 500 surprise dollars in the mail. And now back to the podcast, already drinking Pop-Off Vodka.
Back on?
We're back on. We had to drift away for a minute and make a sandwich. Death Pool. That's, Scalia just died. We just found out, which is just a great day. And I always want to, just do one year, just spite picks.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have picked him, but if he crossed my mind, I would have. He's not someone I generally, hate on a regular basis because he's only in the news every so often. But yeah, so I don't know how they fucking replace that guy. Anyway, Carlos fucking Valencia.
Oh, that fucking prick.
Already has 270 points off 3 kills, and that's a lot of fucking points. That guy's a worker. I wonder how many jokes he doesn't write because he's just determined to crush at Death Pool.
I thought I liked him before, but I don't like him anymore. Fuck that guy.
He's a good guy. Chad Shank, let's just fucking muster up some courage to end this thing.
All right.
Some energy.
All right.
That I'm sorely lacking.
I think this was a not energetic podcast, though.
It was a fucking great podcast. I love this one.
Right.
I just, we got to close it out with something, so we'll just go to the old standby police beat. I try to come up with a fake commercial, and I feel like I have zero imagination right now. I'm spending too much time fucking making lists of props I need. I should have, this isn't the fucking how it's supposed to work. I'm supposed to just be the funny guy. I'm picking out my own outfits and I'm buying props. Well, let's read the police beat. Chad Shank, before you're in it.
2 male subjects were panhandling in front of the Bisbee Coffee Company for 2 days.
Curious. Then what happened, Chad?
In what may be an unrelated or may not be, an employee opening up the Bisbee Coffee Company found their newspapers all ripped up and what looked like cookies smeared on the windows.
Yeah, 2 days later. That's what you get for hustling off the buskers.
Is that what they call panhandlers in Bisbee?
Yeah, looked like cookies. What wishful thinking. Yeah, and that shredded newspaper looked like toilet paper too, didn't it? What else you got out there in the bad world of Bisbee?
A male in long clothes with a stick was seen walking north on Naco Highway, causing a traffic hazard.
Wizard.
Long clothes and a stick. Sounds like it.
Casting spells. Fucking up the traffic. What else is going on, Chad?
A caller stated he was playing in a band on Main Street, where a subject sold his drum set without his permission.
That's how you know you're out of the band.
That sounds like a very Bisbee crime.
Yeah.
Somebody sold my drum set.
What else? Just keep cranking out the hits.
3 kids were on the wrong side of the guardrail on Highway 80 at Dart Road. The caller was concerned for their safety, or that they would start throwing things at cars.
I don't want these kids to get hurt, but these kids might deserve it either way.
At least they tried to shroud their selfishness of their own windows and tried to couch it in some concern for children.
If they're not up to no good. But go ahead.
A caller that was either highly intoxicated or ill wanted to speak to a deputy about his driving privileges.
That
might have been somebody trying to leave here this weekend.
Yeah,
am I all right to drive?
I've wanted to ask cops. Like, I've tried to do the right thing and stay till 2 after I hadn't drank since 11 and had seen a cop and wanted to go, hey, can you just give me a breathalyzer ahead of time? Because I think I'm okay, but I'm not sure. But they They're not there to help that much.
When I leave here, that's usually what I do. Is I'll lay down for a little while and then leave in the morning. And I don't normally notice it until I get home. But once I get home, I'll be like, oh, fuck, I still shouldn't have been driving right now.
Oh, yeah. Wake up in the morning and I go to Safeway and come back and go, then 11 o'clock in the morning, you go, fuck, I barely remember going to Safeway. That was kind of part of the blackout after 6 hours of sleep. I just bought a breathalyzer online. If anyone out there has a good brand, this was like one of the highest rated ones, but I've had them before where they're probably wrong, but they're consistent. So you can tell how drunk you are versus how drunk you were. But like the numbers, one of us would be dead if we're all blowing 0.4 something, but you don't know. So I get a new one. We'll try this one out.
Give it a shot.
I want to get a cop's breathalyzer. How can you get one of those?
What about those ones that they mount on the walls of bars? They used to do that.
Yeah, and then that can't be good for business. Go ahead.
The body of a very large bird was on the side of the road at the top of E Street. The caller stated it looked like it could be a stork.
Those are the ones I imagine the call where, first of all, why would you call about a dead bird? But we've read weirder. But then I imagine them hysterical. It could be a stork. It might be a stork. There's no baby.
That's what I was wondering. They think there's a baby missing somewhere. This baby was undelivered. That's probably not far off from the truth. A homeless man threatened a Main Street business owner for having his vehicle towed.
Well, that's why he's homeless, obviously. He wasn't homeless. I slept in my car, man. Now I'm homeless because of you. You fuck.
Yeah, you're not homeless if you have a car, are you?
No.
Oh.
No, the hippies have a cave. Then Andrew found a bigger cave for him and said, hey, I found a bigger cave. You can walk around in it. You don't have to stoop. And they go, it's too ratty. Like the cave they're in, the small cave, is nice. But someone had lived in that cave, and it required too much work. It was a fixer-upper cave, so they declined the bigger cave, being hippies of no means.
That's what's nice around here. Everybody's always trying to help out other people.
They are.
Hey, I found you a bigger cave.
Yeah. What do you got?
A man who has a history of being asked to leave the area was crushing rocks with a mallet near the hospital.
Was a history of being asked to leave the area. I don't know what to do with that one. I got nothing on that.
At what point don't they just use their names in Bisbee? Crazy Bill was crushing rocks with a mallet again by the hospital. I don't know.
I've always wanted to put a gossip page in the Bisbee Observer because they only have, 14 pages? 12? 12 pages. There should be a gossip page. You can talk shit. So-and-so is making eyes at such and such at the Elmos at last call. This is romance afoot.
Rumor has it somebody was handing out half of Viagra's at the party.
At least I was prepared. I'm new to this dating game. It's not working out. Good thing I got a day job. Is that it? That's it for the police beat?
That's it.
That's all right.
Low energy went to no energy.
It's enough. I'm going to put on some music, and then we can eat potatoes, and see if we can put your life back together. Or maybe you just have to, maybe I just load your guns for you.
I'd appreciate the help.
Either way.
Maybe Chaille can play Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter at the end of this.
He can, but then it can get taken down.
Oh,
it's licensed.
Don't play that then.
Yeah.
Well, then listen to it on your own.
Yeah.
And pretend that it's the ending
Take a
song.
second and go to the YouTube version that has the Bud Dwyer along with Filter's Nice Shot. And just enjoy feeling like Chad for a day. This is Doug Stanhope. This is the Doug Stanhope Podcast. And we'll...
Texas. Well, I try to keep my head up. I try, yeah, I try a lot, but I never seem to make it past the goddamn opening slot. Well, it's not a bad crowd for a Monday, but if you can't pay me, well, that's alright. Please just let me drink for free tonight. And Gideon's Bible knows the crisis comes when you're far from home. Out of Pensacola into New Orleans, out of Illinois into misery. A romantic comedy plays on TV. The words closed caption on the screen. Strange bar, strange town, my strange life. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. Good night. I learned all I could from the bad shows, more than I need to know about truck stop bathrooms, classic rock, and right-wing talk radio. But I'll have one more picture of PBR on my credit card. If you don't hear my telephone ringing, it's the A&R, A&R, A&R. Well, I'm tired of waking up in a rest stop, tired of sending you my love from the back of a van in a Taco Bell parking lot. And Gideon's Bible knows the crisis comes when you're far from home. Out of Houston into New Orleans, out of Illinois into misery. A Vietnam movie made for TV. The words closed caption on the screen. Strange bar, strange town, my strange life. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. Good night. And Gideon's Bible knows the crisis comes when you're far from home. Out of Hattiesburg into New Orleans, out of Illinois into misery. A buddy cop movie made for TV. The words closed caption on the screen. Strange war, a strange town, my strange life. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. Good night. Strange bar, a strange town, my strange life. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. Good night. I love you, baby. I miss you, baby. Good night.
It's supposed to flash when it stops, he said. It's not.